Hi again everybody, you're very welcome to our series of gardening shorts videos. So even though at the moment we're starting to see signs of springtime in the gardens, it's still really important to feed or to look after our garden birds.
Yeah, if it snows over in your place, they might need to have some food over the snow time.
Yeah, sure. So today, that's why we're going to be showing you a couple of simple ideas of ways you can feed the birds. So the first one we're going to make is bird feeders out of pine cones. So you have to go and collect some pine cones.
And peanut butter.
And peanut butter. So it's important with the peanut butter to find one that is salt free because it's not good for the birds to eat salt. We need the peanut butter, we need pine cones, and then we need some bird seed. So different birds eat like different types of things. We got this mix that has a few different types of seeds in it, so that it'll attract a few different types of birds.
It has great tit, blue tit, song thrush,
Chaffinch,
long-tailed tit, that's a weird name, house sparrow, robin.
So we each get a spoon and we find a pine cone. Which one are you going to use?
I think I'll use this.
That nice big one. And I'm going to use
this.
Well,
we're not going to use these.
These ones are a little bit too big. I think the birds would love them though, would they?
Yeah, they probably would.
So this is probably going to be really messy, but that's totally fine, isn't it? Yeah. So spoon your
as long as you have a tap, that's okay.
To wash your hands after, yeah.
And something to clean your spoons with.
Yeah. True.
Which also could be a tap.
And then what you do is you just roll it in your seed, and because your peanut butter is so sticky, it sticks all into the little crevices in the pine cone. There's a few tips for feeding birds as well. It's best to feed them little and often, so rather than giving them loads all in one go, it's best to give them
every now and again. Just give them a little bit of bird food.
Yeah.
If they get through like at least half of it, maybe you could give them more.
Yeah, it's better even to wait till they've totally finished it, because that food can go a bit old and mouldy, and then just like us, they would get sick as well. Now, what do you think the next thing we need to do with this is?
We need to cut it up like at the top, but we need to cut it first.
Yeah, so if we cut a length of garden twine, and then we'll just tie it onto the tops too.
And if you're a kid, you might need help with an apple.
Maybe.
Here.
Yeah, if it's difficult to tie your knots. So yeah.
Which I can't do.
So we're making basically tying it around here to make little hangers. So if you sort of take it around the top so it catches, that's it. And then tie it. Make a knot really tight, like that, so it can hang. And then you can make another knot at the top. So it looks a bit like a Christmas decoration, doesn't it? A little. And because that's what we're kind of doing.
You probably could use it as a Christmas decoration.
Yeah, be kind of pretty. Well then, that's a good knot. And then, do a knot at the top. Yeah, and do it tight again then so that it'll hold. Haha! And there you go.
And
Will it
here
hang?
you have your little ting.
Now the next activity we're going to do, we're going to make fat balls for the birds. So this is a little bit like baking, so there's a bit of cooking involved. Yeah. So we have to get, do you know what this is?
No.
This is called lard or suet, and it's fat. And what we're going to do is melt that and mix it in to our bird seed, and then we're going to...
We're like the bird's muscles.
Exactly. This time of year, fat is really important for them because it's so cold that it helps them. It helps protect them from the cold. But and even though it's great this time of year, it's not a good idea during the summer. Can you think why? If it's warmer during the summer,
it can melt.
Yeah, and do you know what happens to the birds? It gets all over their feathers, and they can't clean it. It's really hard for them to clean.
And then they
and
then
it's
they
hard
can't
for them
fly, and then they might get eaten.
Yeah. By
a cat or another predator bird.
Something like that. So yeah, exactly. So it's great during in the cold in the winter, but not during the summer. but it is the winter now and it's going to be really cold, so this is a really good thing we can do.
Just don't make them in the summer, but you can use these in the summer.
The other ones are good all during the year.
All type of year.
Yeah, all through the year. So here we are with our melted fat, and you can see it's really clear. You just have to be really careful because it's pretty hot. And what the recipe is, 1 cup of fat to 2 cups of bird seed. So Harry, I've put 1 cup of fat in there, so could you do 2 cups of bird seed, please? Perfect, so lash it in. 1, and be careful not to let it splash. And 2. So you can stir this now. And just again, be very careful. So the next step is we want to make our balls into shapes. So we have our cookie cutters here. So we've got nice shapes here. And what we're going to do is lay them out flat and then spoon our mixture into it. Yeah.
Slobbery.
Yeah, and it's going to be really messy. So see the way we've spooned that in, and then because we want to leave a hole in the middle where we can put some string in. So this is why we have the markers here, and we're going to push them down into it and make a little hole. And then you need to kind of smish it down with your hands.
And now we leave them for about an hour to harden.
Well, our bird cakes have hardened now, so it's time to take them out of their moulds. So first of all, we take out the markers, kind of carefully. Wiggle them a bit. And then we have to very carefully take them out of their moulds. And then what we need to do is thread our string through the hole and tie a knot in it so that then we can hang them from the trees. It's important to tie them up quite high because sometimes there's cats lurking around waiting for little birds. So it's important to hang them high off the ground, about 1.5 meters if you can. And also not near any sort of dense shrubs that the cats might be waiting. So we hope you enjoy this video and you get to make some bird cakes for your own garden birds. And we also did a garden bird bingo last year, so I'll put that up in the comments as well so that you can try and play that while the birds are eating your bird cakes.